It was supposed to be a quick smash and grab for cash, but instead, 6 ordinary criminals stumbled onto a gold jackpot so huge it would forever change Britain's underworld. This is the story of the Brinks robbery, the crime of the century. It is the early hours of Saturday, November 26, 1983, Heathrow Airport, London. Inside a warehouse run by security firm Brinks. Guards are on duty. To them, it is just another routine morning. What they don't know is that one of their own, a trusted colleague named Anthony Black, has already betrayed them. Black had told a group of robbers exactly how to get inside and, crucially, how to bypass alarm and locks. At around 6:40 a.m., 6 armed men pulled up in a van. They are not international masterminds. They are local criminals from South London. They are expecting maybe around $3 million in cash, a big haul, but nothing earth-shattering. But what they are about to find is far bigger than anyone imagined. The gang burst in, led by Brian Robinson and Mickey McAvoy. With Black's help, they quickly overpower the girls, but they don't just tie them up. They pour petrol over them and threaten to set them on fire if they do not cooperate. It is a terrifying, silent warning. Comply or burn. The guards give it. The robbers push deeper into the warehouse, and then when they see it, tagged inside the vault are pallets of gold bars, 6,800 of them, weighing nearly 3 tons. Alongside the gold are diamonds and cash. In today's money, the total haul would be worth more than 100 million. This is not just a robbery. This is the kind of jackpot that criminals dream of but never expected to actually find. The robbers load the gold into their van. It takes nearly 2 hours. Finally, they drive away from Heathrow, leaving the girls tied and terrified but alive. In less than 3 hours, the biggest robbery in British history has just been pulled off. But here is the thing. Stealing the gold is only half the job. Unlike cash, you cannot spend gold bars in shops. Moving and selling it is risky. McAvoy stashes his shares in a farmhouse in Kent, but very quickly the gang realizes they need professional help to get rid of it. That is where a man named Kenneth Noy comes in. Noy is no small-time crook. He is a skilled money launderer with connections. He begins melting down the gold, mixing it with copper, and recasting it into smaller bars so it can be sold without raising suspicion. The gold is slowly fed back into the legitimate market. In fact, investigators believe that a huge amount of jewelry bought in Britain in the 1980s and 1990s contained traces of Brinks gold. But the bigger the haul, the bigger the hit. Police launch a massive investigation. Within weeks, they arrest McAvoy and Robinson. Thanks to tips from informants, both are sentenced to 25 years in prison. But catching the rest proves harder. Noe manages to escape conviction in the early years. He even kills an undercover officer, Detective John Fordham, during a police raid, stabbing him 10 times, claims self-defense, and walks free. Still, the police keep circling. Over the next decade, several key figures linked into Brinks end up there in prison or dead. The gold curse, some call it. Man who touched the Brinks gold met violent ends, shot, stabbed, or mysteriously disappearing. Greed, paranoia, and betrayal tore to everyone connected. Here is what makes Brinks different from any other heist. It did not just make a few men rich, it injected criminal money straight into Britain's economy. Police later said the robbery was a turning point. It helped fuel drug cartels, property empires, and international smuggling rings. In other words, Brinks helped professionalize organized crime in the UK. Even decades later, much of the gold has never been recovered, some of it possibly sitting in private safes. Some has been melted into jewelry. Some may still be in circulation today, invisible, but everywhere. The Brinks robbery was not just a crime. It was the spark that lit a fire under Britain's underworld. 6 men went looking for cash, but walked away with a fortune in gold, a fortune that came with a curse. And nearly 40 years later, the shadow of Brinks still hangs over British crime.